part 2 to this video. So some people will check this out. Some people will see the funny end to the video and probably watch it.
Chaos. What do we do? Oh my God.
Okay.
Ah!
So Joe and Katie talked about this a little bit in the last cast. Floki and Ivar are learning as Aslog asks them if they want to play, if he wants to play, and he's happy. Floki puts him down. They start playing catch, playing keep away from whatever. And Floki, a couple people keep trying to give the ball back to, or the bag back to Ivar. Yeah. And he's like, let me play with the game. Let me play. And they wouldn't. And one kid is just being a little bitch and like came over and starts like tugging it away from him. And Ivar doesn't take that. And Ivar takes a little axe, a little mini axe, and fucking. He's been watching too many of Joe's rants on The Walking Dead, and he goes axe to the side of the head, bam, bam.
Yeah, you're expecting like a little punch from him, because I felt like he was gonna finally just stand up for himself, figuratively,
Phil,
and throw a little Ivar punch, but no.
Yeah. I've seen how people get when people play with, two things. All I can remember is a basketball game that we were playing in.
Oh,
Phil?
Are you telling the tall kid story when I was losing in a game of basketball? Well, Joe, you tell the story so well. Tell the story.
All I know is that Phil wasn't doing so well against this kid, and he like jump kicked him in the head as he chucked the ball at his face, and like
he was very tall.
It was the most awesome thing I've ever seen.
We were in a hurry. We had to go somewhere, and
we were about to leave anyway. And in all fairness, the kid wasn't a dick at all.
He was kind of a nice guy. He's kind of a nice guy, but he was in my way.
But the point is that's what you do to someone when they're pulling and tugging on your ball, Phil.
Very, very fair. Very fair. He was tugging all over my balls, and I needed to stop him right there.
Yeah.
When someone's doing shit to your ball that you don't want them to do, man, putting their hands all over.
A couple of people that are coming in. Yes, I did have a fire. My power strip caught on fire, or sparked. It was a rather
more power.
I was like, you need more power on this podcast. Now you're.
Oh, sorry.
Oh no! I was just gonna say now you're playing with power. I'm sorry.
By the power of Grayskull, I burned the fuses.
Yep.
Now, Joe and I were talking about that little axe, and was there a scene at some point where someone gave him that axe?
Do you remember?
Because it was right there for him. It was like tucked under
I remember
his blankets on the cart. Someone
giving the kid that axe. I remember a scene. I could be hallucinating. Maybe I'm having like, post deja vu or something. But I remember seeing. And I want to say it was Floki that gave it to him, the shipbuilder, who gave him his first axe. And Floki was ever so happy to see him jab that thing, like slam it right in the fucking side of that kid's skull.
Well, I mean, how do you miss a little axe? Someone put it in the cart for him. And he knew exactly where it was. He just reached back and swung.
There was a scene somewhere, either at the beginning of this season or at the end of last season. Someone gave him that axe. And I'm glad it came back to you. Then he used it on something.
So Aslog runs over and says, "It's not your fault. Don't be scared. Everything's all right." And then Floki and Helga walk out and look at the other kid just dead on the ground. They're just like, shit.
Don't worry about it, kid. You can do that to anybody you want. You're Ragnar's kid.
You're
Ragnar. I mean, maybe he can get away with the one, but I think people are going to get kind of upset if he keeps axing their kids in the head.
Critch says kids.
You got to learn how to share a little better.
Yes. Important lesson there.
All the kids have to learn it. Apparently.
Boys will be boys, Joe. Boys will be boys.
No, boys will be boys. That's what Lagatha's saying to him as she's walking off.
Aslog,
rather. No. Yeah, don't worry. Everything's okay. You're allowed to kill little kids like that when they piss you off.
It's fine. So
you are a Vikings kid. Like, let's do it.
So let's get to the end of this awesome episode here. This awesome end of this episode to a woman trying on a nice dress. It's Lagatha trying on her wedding outfit.
Oh, it's beautiful.
And then we cut back over to Bjorn looking at the ring pendant to Who Sent the Berserker. Then we see, I'm blanking on her name right now. Torvi, yeah, Torvi.
Yeah, Torvi, something like that.
We see the Torvi's looking at the ring and wants to know where Bjorn got it. And Bjorn's, that's none of your business. I got it from somebody. Why do you want to talk about this? And she goes, no, I don't want to talk about this. Why did you take me away from my child? Why'd you bring me here? The only time you pay attention to me is when you're inside of me. But is there future here? Do you love me? Do you care about me? What's going on here?
So do you think she thought that because so he sees the ring, she sees the ring, she knows that
it's her husband,
right? So do you think that she thinks I was sold to him, like take her and take this, just take her, I'll give you this ring if you take her?
No, I didn't read it like.
Okay, I thought maybe she thought that.
No, I think she's just saying, am I here just to fuck or am I here for something more? I think it's what she.
Okay, right.
He says, I talk to you. I do talk to you. I talk to you. So he kind of tells her in this moment, no, I do love you. And I think what she's thinking is, if he's just here, this is what I think she's thinking. If he's just to fuck me, I'm going to rat on him to my husband to protect my son. If he actually loves me, then I'm going to tell him that was my son's, that was my husband, so Bjorn can kill him, and then I can get my kid back. Right. So I think she's covering both of her bases in this situation.
I think so.
Yes.
Okay.
She's making sure she gets the cart before the storm, whatever that fucking expression is. She wants to make sure he loves her before she gets pot committed.
Yeah, goes all in. Yep.
Bjorn was ready to eat the Y until he found out about the ring. Yeah. Very true. Bjorn was ready
to get the Y.
Bjorn was ready to go right in. And so he kisses her thigh and he goes in. And she says, by the way, that's my husband's ring. You know my husband, his dad, King Horik. Bam. Oh, shit. So speaking of oh, shit, over to Lagerther's wedding. And it's Calf. And Calf's so happy. It's a beautiful, beautiful day. Bjorn, it's just such a happy, beautiful moment. And what I wrote, it's so funny what I wrote in my notes here leading up to this part. I go, but the look in her face, she seems scared. Her other marriages haven't gone too well in the past. Oh my God, she's kissing him. Oh, because they meet before they're going to be married, before they go out there. And
we talked about it already, but real quick, did you like the sight on the crossbow?
Yeah, we talked about that earlier. Yeah, I definitely like that. The crow, the bird.
That's fucking sick.
That was really fucking awesome.
I missed you say something. I must have been copy and paste in the chat. It just popped in my head real quick.
Critch says, we already had a detailed discussion about Lagertha's selection of accessories for a wedding dress and approved of fiance's blood with V-Squad wedding party.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Well planned.
So I got to say, I did not see this coming. This totally blindsided me personally.
Yeah, I didn't think it was going to happen right then. I thought it was going to be like maybe next week or the week after she finds out about it. I didn't expect them to do like a time jump or like the Bjorn threw somebody on horseback and rode there as quick as possible.
I have a question for you on that one, Joe. I don't know if that's why she killed him. She might have killed him just to become Earl.
Yeah, she promised him that she would.
She promised him she would kill him at some point earlier on in this last season. She said, fine, you want to love me, you want to believe all this, I will kill you someday.
Yeah.
She finally had the opportunity there, and that's why and I think it wasn't Bjorn telling her that. I don't think Bjorn told anybody that yet. I think it's all because of to keep her promise, because Lagertha always pays her debts. And she had him at a moment of weakness where she really could get away with it and wanted to prove how strong she is and add to her legend in that moment by killing him and coming out covered in blood in her wedding dress. At least that's how I took this.
It was her ceremony in a sense, her crowning ceremony,
her coming out party of I'm the biggest badass in all of Norway. I'm the one. And she kisses him. She gets in nice and close, and I think all of us have had someone do this to us figuratively, but she literally takes a knife and stabs it right into his heart, then looks at him, gives him the look, you were cute. I enjoyed you for a while. Kisses him.
She like touches the wound. She like tries to like hold the wound a little and kisses him goodbye.
Yep. And then it goes, I'm the leader now. Comes out covered in blood with fucking amazing music cue right here.
And all the shield maidens that we saw her training earlier.
Yep.
And
surrounded her with their shields.
And bam, the fuck, and Horik's son just goes, shit.
and everybody and they start banging on their shields. All hail King Ingstad,
Yeah.
or Earl Ingstad.
Yeah.
Lagatha Ingstad.
I just say Lagatha because I don't want to try to pronounce that. But that's what they're all saying. And that's the end of our episode. I love episodes that end with Lagatha.
Beautiful.
Hell yeah, they all should end that
Yeah.
way.
Yep. Holy shit. And let's jump in the chat. Bruce says, why did she kill him at the wedding? She had plenty of opportunities to kill him before. I think to make a show out of it, personally.
So everybody would be
Yeah,
there for it.
It's a very ritualized culture. This is very big. She is taking charge and she is putting on a show to show everyone how big and powerful she is.
Yep, declare it now. Declare it now. Whether or not, if you're not hailing me, we're gonna come over there and we're gonna kill you too.
Timo says Lagatha looks so good covered in blood. Oh god, yeah, she does. Critch says, and now you know why she's been training those fantastic shield maidens for this day.
Ooh, top 5 TV characters covered in blood.
Oh.
Top 5 hottest TV characters covered in blood.
Oh.
Shield, can Lagatha be all 5? Shield maidens versus Amazon warriors. Oh gosh, if Diana, Princess of the Amazons, there though, it's not a fair fight. To show she's just so she is made. She's my Wonder Woman. I fucking love Lagatha. With this season already, they're really giving me something in this season that I complained about the last 2 years. Not enough Lagatha. And in the beginning half of this season, we have Dick Drop and we have another Red Wedding going on here.
The most badass woman on television, period.
Yeah. Just awesome stuff, guys. An awesome episode of Vikings. We apologize for the little mix-up with
this wasn't a wedding; it was a coronation. Good call, Pritchard.
Coronation, yes.
The red coronation. And I want to say a huge thank you to Joe and Katie for holding it down while I got disconnected in the motherfucking chat, for holding this show together. But
it was rough.
It is.
Don't do that to us again, Phil.
Please.
I won't. I'll take some safeguards.
I don't want the crown, man. I don't want the king seat. I don't want the throne, man. You can have the throne. The Iron Throne is yours, my man.
That's why
you're in the hand of the king. That's
why you're my hand, Joe. That's why you're my hand, buddy. So thank you guys so much for holding it together, and thank you in the motherfucking chat for all of you guys joining us once again. Joe, I am gonna probably in 1 second. Actually, once the music starts, I'll do that. I'm gonna put on that weird sound thing so you're gonna hear yourself for a second. But so everybody, thank you so much for checking out
the king, baby.
This episode of Vikings. We'll be back next week. If you haven't already, please like this video and go to the other video and like the other video too. I'm not sure. I think I'll just keep these up as a part 1 and part 2 thing instead of taking them down and then re-editing them together. That's just a lot of work. Everybody, if you haven't already, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Share with us next week, Vikings. We'll be back next week to talk about some more Vikings.
Are we doing something on Sunday, Phil?
Yes. If people want to talk again with us, we will be on Sunday evening at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time for The Walking Dead every Sunday about 10:30. You can follow me on Twitter at I Got Issues Man. Follow Joe at Dirty Locks. Find Katie on the Google Plus at Katie Crow. You can find all of our friends, or a lot of our friends, from the motherfucking chat in the FOPs, Friends of Phil, the Google Plus group. You can find all this in the description boxes below. And as always, share the channel with a friend. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining with us, talking tonight. It's always fun to talk about these awesome episodes with you guys, and always awesome to see Lagatha covered in blood.
Hell
yes, always.
Everybody, live long and prosper. We will talk to you soon. Good night.
Lunch.
Everybody, if you know the words, join together. Birth control and blood tests to ever get this shit. Condoms are unnatural, and plus they feel like shit. We need a woman we all can trust, so we know if we fuck her, our dick won't turn to dust. Our dick won't turn to dust.
Happy St. Patrick's Day to everybody.